Hi, everyone. I've been thinking a lot about what to try to say. What are the words that I'm getting from spirit, from guides, from angels, from some of you, from God, from all the sources that are around us all the time? Because I know some of you are really struggling right now with the war, with our government in the States, with how we are treating others, how we are being perceived. Um, and for many, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. We don't have the wherewithal to be out demonstrating all the time, but we do have the wherewithal to know that what's going on is wrong. So, what do we do with that? And how do we bridge a gap between those who are saying this is a divine war, this is a just war, when that's not in keeping with who we understand God or the Christ to be at all? I'm going to go out on a limb here and tell you a little bit about, what I believe, really believe. I, for years and years, have believed that there is a unified field theory when it comes to religion and spirituality. In other words, that it's all one. And we're kind of like the Fisher Price ball that kids, toddlers play with that have, holes in it, and you put the cone-shaped thing in one side and a cylindrical thing, and then you put a cylinder in and a square in another and whatever. I believe that that's kind of like the universe and us, only everything outside the ball is God, however you define that, higher being, angelic forces, universal energy, whatever it is for you. I call it spirit. And we are inside there. And it doesn't matter how we join and become one with what's out there. We find the portal that works for us. And the portal might be Judaism, it might be Islam, it might be Hinduism, it might be Baha'i, it might be Christianity, it might be within Christianity a fundamentalist, evangelical approach, it might be Roman Catholicism. We find our own way, the way that fits, that meshes with us. And we keep moving. That's the secret. We have to keep listening and keep moving, and we can't stay static because everything is in motion. Motion is constant. The spirit is constantly moving. We feel it around us all the time. It's like the wind. And that's why the different languages, the words for spirit, usually have something to do with breath or wind, So here we are, and we are at a pivotal time in human history, I think. And all of my guides and meditation and research and listening that I do to my siblings who believe other than I do. We may come from different disciplines, but we're all feeling and sensing the same thing. And that is that we are at a turning point in human history. And it's time for us to become the age of Aquarius, if you will. Those of us of a generation grew up with that harmony and understanding. That's what we are ushering in. But we're in the middle of it, so we can't see it for what it is, right? It's really hard to tell things when you're in the middle of it. It's like being in the middle of a storm. You have no idea how long it will last or how severe it is. You just know how it's impacting you. So, when that happens, as it is happening now, it's really important for us to recognize what we can do. And the only thing that we can truly control is how we choose to interpret what's going on around us at any given time. Viktor Frankl talks about this in his classic book, Man's Search for Meaning. Go read that if you want, or just understand that the one thing that we can always control is how we choose to interpret what's happening. Given that, what do? Well, I have another philosophy of life that a friend has shared with me, that when things are good, think expansively. When things are good, that's when you can be out there and running the world. And you come up with creative ideas and you move things forward. And when things are hard and challenging like they are now, pull your world close. So close that you are inside yourself, because that's where we connect to spirit. Another friend said to me, she put it a different way. She said, we all control what gets into us. It's like we have a zipper and it's an opening, and we decide how open are we going to be or how closed. Now, we have to be open enough to know what's going on around us. It does us no good whatsoever to bury our head in the sand. But it does do us some good sometimes to zip up and look at what's inside and to stay focused on the positive, because those energies go out into the world even when we're zipped up. The energies we send out into the world can change things. So whatever you are doing, make it something positive. Make sure there is some point in every day when you can look at something beautiful, listen to some piece of music that transcends what's going on. Maybe it is to create artwork, do some sewing project or knitting. Maybe it's to create a new dish in the kitchen or to build something. Maybe it's just to sit and close your eyes and take a nap, because that too is a way to come inside and change the energies that you are sending out into the world. That's what we have to do. Focus on the positive energies we are sending out into the world. I listen to a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds. Some of them I agree with, some of them I don't, but it's fascinating to listen. And many of them are from what I call the woo-woo community, which I say with great reverence and respect, because that happens to be where I find my greatest comfort much of the time. Some of you might not feel that way. But whether we're talking about other forms of spirituality outside of organized religion or about the organized religion part, everybody seems to be saying the same thing, especially in the fields of astrology and channeling, angelic work, vibrational energy work, energetic work, multiple lifetime work. All of those different individuals, different backgrounds, different disciplines are all saying what a pivotal year this is. And I look at numerology a lot. Of course, last year, 2025, added up to be a 9, 2 plus 2 plus 5. And 9 is the number of completion. On a base 10 system, it's the number of completion. It's when you kick over into 10 is the 2 decimals, right? And 10, which is what this year adds up to be, 2 plus 2 plus 6, simplifies to a 1. 1 plus 0 is a 1. 1 is a number of new beginnings. Last year was the completion of a lot of things in our human history. And this year is the year of new beginnings. Now, I am not an astrologer. I do listen to some astrologers. As I understand things, there are configurations of stars and planets and extraterrestrial bodies out there that have not existed, in some cases for 6,000 years and others for over 12,000 years. There's even a time coming up when there's a day that it's never existed before as far as our supercomputers can tell us. But what we do know is that the energy that is building is reaching a peak in April, which is now when I'm recording this, and again in July. I think it's in July that we have the same configuration that we had at the time that the United States was created 250 years ago. It will be interesting to see how freedom and liberty perhaps rise to the surface again. But for right now, in April, there are something like, 9 or 10 celestial bodies all gathered in the house, the zodiac house of Aries. I don't really know what this means, but I do know that Aries, as the god of war, tends to bring that kind of energy to the surface according to that discipline. And that people cannot recall a time when, experts can't recall a time when there were that many planets or other bodies in that particular house, which means to them that there is more energy this month, more energy for change, but also possibility for destruction than we usually see. And frankly, that's what we've been living through for the last few days. I'm recording this on April 9th, 2026. And that's exactly what we've been seeing. So is there a connection? I'll leave that up to you. But if that's true and we are engaged in this movement of the tides into something new, we each have to do our part, and we have to hold on to what we believe and find something beautiful and pristine and perfect to picture. Maybe it's in nature. Maybe you go for a walk. Maybe you have a new grandchild who's just been born. Maybe you've just learned that you're pregnant. Maybe fill in the blank, whatever it is for you that brings about that sense of peace and wellness and positivity. Please make it a discipline to do that and focus on that at least once a day, every day, for the next month. Please. We will all benefit, because no positive energy is ever lost. It's like a pebble in a brook. You put it in, the ripples spread out, and it touches more things than we will ever, ever recognize. Thanks for listening. I look forward to the next time we're together. Bye for now.
As the Firebird spirit ignites, something more begins to emerge. Firebird Light, where the sacred opens wider and the journey continues. So until next time, let the light lead you home.